Hey guys, it's Jayla and welcome back. I'm here today to do my update for the Labor of Love It Project Pan. This is a project that was started by Nikel Suarez. Her Instagram handle is Tinkerbell Rocks. I'll include all the information in the description box below. So I love this project. It's a genius project. She created this project basically just to focus on items that you love. There are no set rules. You don't have to set any usage goals or anything unless you want to. The goal is really just to use these items, get some use on them. That's really just the goal. So no pressure, which I love. I love that idea. And I think I have one more update. This is the last update, and then there's going to be a finale, and that's going to be on September 5th. So just a couple more weeks from now. I'm posting this update a little bit late, but I figured, well, you know what? We'll get it up, and then I'll have a couple more weeks of use for most of these items, if not all of them. Well, no, most of them, because there's one that I have definitely rolled out. In fact, let me share with you what that was. Oh, we picked 10 items to focus on. So, or at least I did. I think the goal is to pick 10. Okay, so the item that I'm no longer using, but I feel like I got a really good amount of use on, is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. And I just had this little mini that I was working on, and it's just too dark for me right now. I think I was editing a video, and I was like, what is this business up here? And I didn't blend in my bronzer well enough. And I was like, I just don't think this is the shade for me anymore. And I've noticed that I had to be very cognizant of the brush that I used, because sometimes it looked too much. I've gotten lighter as the summer's gone on, because I really haven't seen the sun since I came back from the beach. So this is just a little bit too light for me right now. Makes me think that I should probably declutter the full size that I have of this, because I do have a full size of this. And I just have this little mini, that's doing me good for the month and a half or so that I was able to wear it. And so here's my full size. I've used it, but it's barely been touched. I'm going to have to do a little bit of a swatch party. Do some playing and see if I have any other bronzers that are similar to that, or I don't know. I need to make a decision, because I think this alone is enough. And I have other bronzers that I think also suit me in the summer. And this is a very limited time in the summer that I can wear it, if that makes sense. Anyway, this is rolling out of this project. Okay, next up we have a highlighter from Bobbi Brown. This is their highlighting powder in the shade Pink Glow, and I just have a little mini of this. I was tempted by a full size at TJ Maxx, but I didn't buy it because this is plenty of highlighter. How much is in here? I don't even know. There's 4 grams of highlighter in here. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I love it so mu'ch. It's such a gorgeous, gorgeous, summer shade for me. I freaking love it. But, I've got the mini. It's going to last me a decent amount of time. I do not need to pick up a backup of this. So I'm still using this here and there. I have some other highlighters that I've recently pulled into projects. So this is kind of taking a back seat. I think when I originally pulled this in, I didn't really have any highlighters in that I was panning. But right now I have 2 that I'm actively working on, 1 that I'm passively working on, kind of similar to this. So I may roll this one out too. It's only 2 more weeks. So we'll just keep it in for the 2 more weeks. I don't know how many more times I'm going to use it, but... Oh, and I also have highlighters in here. I'm a dodo. This is I also pulled in a face palette. So I pulled in the Becca and Jaclyn Hill face palette. Champagne Collection face palette. So my goal was just to get some use on these products. Now, I've been really going crazy using the highlighters. And the way that I like to use them is I actually like to mix them together. So I'll just get my brush and mix both Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop together. And I've just been using it that way. I think it's really pretty. So you can tell the difference. That's definitely a cool toned highlighter, and this definitely goes more warm toned. I think with Champagne Pop on its own, it's not so warm, but it's still, I mean, it's still warm. I mean, they're still pretty warm. So anyway, I liked having these different options. Both the Bobbi Brown and the Becca highlighters in here. I haven't used the blushes as much. I think I used a couple of these recently, but other than that, I haven't really touched the blushes much. It's mostly been the highlighters that I've been using. But anyway, I really do enjoy this palette. I do need to start working on it a little bit more regularly to work, to at least, because it's an older face palette. I've had it for a long time. Who hasn't? Who has that palette? Okay, so I have a foundation. I have the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation in the shade 1.5N. So I accidentally knocked this over, but I have been really focusing on my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation, and then also since the last update to now, I also had like 2 other foundations that I was trying to get usage goals on, so I prioritized those over this one. But I do love this foundation. I need to put this in a project next summer to work it out, because it's on the older side and it's really a summer shade for me. It's not I can probably get by in the, I guess, transition months. It still works for me, transition months. So I think I can still use this. I'm going to go ahead and keep it out, but it does need to get rolled into a project where I finish it. I'm like just underneath this line of where I was last month. So I really haven't maybe used it once or twice since the last update. In terms of eyeshadows go, I did have a smaller, like deluxe size of this, but I lost it, so I pulled in the full size. The Stila Glitter and Glow Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow in Kitten Karma. And this is really pretty. I wore this one day, and I sent a picture to my friend Valerie of my makeup look that day. She's like, "What are you wearing on your top lid?" I'm like, "It's Stila Kitten Karma." It's so pretty. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful shadow, like liquid shadow. It does need some Duraline or something in here to add some liquid to this because it's starting to dry out. So I think this is another one of those items that I eventually need to put into a project because it is drying out. But it's beautiful. So the eyeshadow palette that I decided to pull in just to get some use on is the Huda Beauty new Nude Palette. I really do love this. I do. I haven't used it a bunch. I've used it here or there. I really enjoy this shade, Love Bite, in the outer corner. And this one here is really nice too. I think that's Kinky. No, that's Spanked. These names are terrible. And this one in the outer like lid space is really pretty as well. This is Kinky. It's just a really pretty palette. I like this type of color story. I think it's very pretty. I don't like this stupid concealed shade. I think it's dumb to have a cream in there. It's already got powder all in it. And I'm just like, I don't like that. But other than that, I really do like this palette a lot. So the lip items I pulled into this project. I pulled in the Buxom Full On Lip Polish in Dolly. It's this teeny tiny little mini. My goal is not necessarily to use this up, but I do have a little bit of use, as you can see. I will probably just put this in my Go for the Goal project eventually. I do have it on today. I have it on top of the Tarte Color Splash Lipstick in Set Sail. And I think that's a really pretty combination with Colourpop Dopey as my liner. But yeah, I mean, this is a really pretty shade. I feel like there's a cat hair on my lip. There is. Got it. Unlike the other shade of the Buxom Full On Lip Polish that I'm currently working on, which is Sugar, I think. Yeah, Sugar. Sugar is much more metallic than Dolly is. Dolly is just a really nice tinted gloss. I really do think it's beautiful. I do. I enjoy it. Whereas this one is, I mean, they're both full-on lip polishes, right? Yeah, they're both full-on lip polishes. But Sugar is much more metallic, as I will show you. Yeah, if you can see it's got so much more shimmer in there, whereas Dolly is just much more pigmented. So I prefer Dolly over something like this, which is super metallic. So yeah, Dolly's worth that. Dolly is where it's at. And then I have 3 more lip products. So I pulled in the Clinique Pop Matte Lip Color in Shock Pop. I think I've worn this like twice, which I wanted to pull it in to use because it's such a gorgeous color, but I haven't worn it. I'm bad. I need to wear this. Now this one I have worn. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Rouge Creme Lipstick in shade Rosewood C211. So I have just this little baby mini, and here is the shade here. So I've definitely worn this several times. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love this shade so much. It's better for me in the like fall, winter, but I wanted to get some use on this. I'll probably eventually pull it into a project because it needs some use. It needs some use. And then this is the last item. I love this. This is the Revlon, what is this called? Ultra HD lipstick. And I have the shade Desert. I love this. It's so pretty. So whenever I rolled this into the project, I had not used it at all. So as you can see, I have made a pretty decent dent in this. And it's just an easy to wear lip shade. There we go. It's so pretty. So pretty. I really do love this. I don't think Revlon has very many shades in this line. If they still have it, I think they still have it. So Ulta doesn't carry that product anymore, which is a total freaking bummer. At least I didn't see it on their website. So I don't know if it's going away, if Revlon is taking it away, or if it's only available through certain retailers, but I really do like that formula. I have it in Vineyard as well. I think those were like the 2 that I really liked the color of. So here's Vineyard. I think it's Vineyard. Yeah. So there's Vineyard there. Yeah, so you can tell this is what it is rolled all the way up. And brand new. This is basically brand new. Just swatching. And you can see how much of this I've used so far. Just casually using it. So it's really nice. I do enjoy it. I'll be sad that these are like permanently discontinued. Okay, so that is my update for this project. I'm going to try to get some more uses on at least the blushes in the Becca palette, and potentially these lippies here. And I need to get at least a couple of uses on this one. So I want to get some uses on these lippies. I'm pretty happy with Desert, the Revlon lip color in Desert, about the progress I've made on that one. But I do want to get some uses on some of these other things. So we'll see how I do. Anyway, that is my update for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you're doing well and staying safe. Please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye! I will say it again. If you saw my 50 Shades of Purple update that was like unedited, sorry. It's not my intention to post that. And then I'll have a couple more okay, so Zeke's all passed out. He's so sweet. I don't know where Marley is. He was playing with his toy. Bye.